Okay, so here's the pontoon boat I'm restoring, or not real, fixing. I mean, I'm not doing like a full restoration or anything. I'm just trying to make it get back on the water. I had a bunch of videos of what it looked like and me scraping off the old stickers and sanding it and painting it and all that stuff, but I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if it's the memory card, my camera wasn't working, but they're gone. But I do have a bunch of pictures that I'll put in this video. Got some side-by-sides before and after, things like that. It sat in the water for like, I think 5 years. I do have a video from my cell phone where after I got it pulled out, I was able to just basically clean up the starter because it wasn't engaging, but after it did, it cranked right up. I did do like a compression test on the motor and changed up the spark plugs and then gave it some fresh gas, and that's when it started up. So it's a 1990 Harris float boat, 240, so it's like 24 foot. I had bought a new trailer because it didn't have a trailer, and it was just given to me, so although I thought it was going to be fairly inexpensive to fix up, I put a lot more money into it than I probably should have, but it's actually got a hard top, which is kind of nice. But so while I was fixing it up, I also it's been a long time. First got it, put it in, pulled it out of the water. It ended up, that's when the pandemic happened. So you can tell where it's been banged up pretty bad on the side. So then it sat at my parents for like 4 or 5 months. And then finally got it to my house, started working on it, and got everything like taped off after I'd sanded it down, and it took forever to get the little stickers off of it and everything. Let me back up so you can get a better view of it. So in the midst of sanding it down and painting it, I did something to my shoulder. They called it like frozen shoulder syndrome, so I couldn't really use my right arm for like 3 months. So what had happened was there was still painter's tape on it, and I had left it on, and after that stuff like stays on too long, it is a pain to try to get off. So you're literally having to do every little inch scraping with a scraper. I used, everyone suggested different things. I tried to use a heat gun, that didn't work. I bought this stuff off of Amazon after someone showing a video on YouTube how they just kind of sprayed this stuff on, let it sit and scrape right off. That didn't work. So I got some it's like I think it's called aircraft remover. It's some real toxic stuff, so that kind of worked, but it would just scrape off like the blue part of the tape, but it would then leave like all the sticky stuff still on it, which you can probably see. There's still probably some sticky stuff right there. There's still some down there, especially on this little corner on that bottom part. So use WD-40. I mean, when I say I tried a ton of stuff, I tried a ton of stuff. But then I think it just ended up being a combination of me just keep on using a razor blade, and like the aircraft remover stuff comes in a can, and then you like paint it on the tape. So I just focused on getting most of the blue stuff off. After that, then I got this other spray that was supposed to be like Gooby Gone or something. That didn't really work all that great. It just kept scraping and scraping and scraping until finally I got most of it off. There's still some parts here and there that I gotta go back and spray or put some more stuff on to be able to scrape the rest of the little sticky part off. But anyway, so when I got it, it only had the old steering console, boat console, and then that captain's chair. It didn't have any other furniture. And then I ordered this stuff off of Pontoon stuff. But this was right after the pandemic, so it took, I got it in different pieces, like those back two seats came from one delivery, and then this, which is I call it a swing back chair, so you can face either way. It's kind of cool though, because it's a bit cooler. And then this and the two front seats came, and then finally I got these little angled seats, which are pretty cool, so you can kind of lean back. And then several, or probably 2 months later, I got this actual boat console, which I didn't, they were out or back ordered of the little panel that goes right there. Plus it was like, I think $149, so I just like painted it. I didn't do a very good job, but I was real hesitant about using the painter's tape after I had so many issues with it. But I mean, it worked for me. So I still have to do all the electrical, all the wiring, put in a new fuse box, install the new steering wheel, the steering cable, because that went out. Oh, I also, so the motor was running, but it ended up having some issues. Not a lot, but like I mean, it ran, but like water was coming out of the top unit rather than out the little pee hole. It had like a bleeder valve that was just like shooting oil steadily out to the side. So I took it to a mechanic. He had it for 9 months, and then he didn't, I mean, he did fix the bleeder valve. He replaced that and ran a new hose, but he also did other stuff that I didn't really ask him to do. But it was just like a never-ending thing. And then finally when he told me it was ready to be picked up, then he brought up, oh, by the way, the steering cable and throttle cables look old, so we might want to replace those. And I was at that point, I just wanted to get it back, so I just said I would deal with that later, so I went and picked it up. And the steering didn't move at all. The wire was underneath the boat, the line was all cracked and twisted up, so I just got underneath there and pulled it all out. But the throttle cables look brand spanking new, so I think I mean, he's an older gentleman, I don't want to say anything bad about him, but I think he might have replaced the throttle cables, thinking it was for that I would just say yes, or maybe he thought he was working on a different boat, and then he tried to get me to agree to do it so that way, you know, he could cover it. But throttle cables seemed to be just fine. I did get new carburetors for the motor. At first, the dirt daubers were really bad, which you'll see in the pictures. They had just completely covered the inside of the motor, and pretty much all these poles, these were all full of dirt. Like when I was using the pressure washer, I could spray it in these little holes, and then just like muddy water would come out and flow for a couple minutes. They were all underneath the boat. But anyway, it's got new carburetors. He originally cleaned them first, and then told me, oh, we should probably get some new ones. And I was like, yeah, that's probably worth it, so we'll go ahead and get some new ones. But then of course I got charged for him cleaning out the old ones, and then also putting in the new ones, which kind of sucked. Anyway, it was like $1,100 later, I finally got it, but then I couldn't test run it because of the fact that the steering cable was completely shot in it. So that's what I'm actually going to work on today. I got a new steering cable, a new steering wheel that I got to try to start mounting. I'm going to need some help putting the steering cable, and I got to lift the engine. So you can see right there, the old steering line goes into this little hole, but it's literally about 1/4 of an inch too low for me to be able to just pull that right out and then went through that hole. So they obviously put that on before they attached the motor to the actual boat. So I have to get an engine hoist and some help to lift it up, pull that out, run the new cable so it can come through this hole from the steering column, and then go in there and then put the motor back down and remount it. So it has kind of just been one thing after another, but it was free and we're getting closer, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to use it this summer. I did also get down here. You're probably gonna get dizzy me moving the camera. It was sitting in a lake in Georgia, and these tunes were like horribly, which you'll see in the pictures, like they're basically just like this red color. But I used some Tune Bright that I ordered from Amazon and cleaned them, and then even cleaned underneath here. And I might, depending on timing and whether I just have the energy to do it. I've seen a bunch of videos on YouTube about people re-shining their pontoons to where there's like a mirror finish using this Zep product or like a 3M polish and buffer. But I don't know if I'm actually going to do it or not. But anyway, so like today I'm going to get started on putting in the console, and I'll record that as well. But this is my 1990 float boat 240 that I've been fixing up. And sorry about losing all the other video footage, but I got some new SD cards. Still the same old camera, so hopefully it wasn't the camera, it was just the cards. And I'll start posting more videos about the project.